Kia ora, I'm Bonnie Jensen.
G'day, I'm D'Arcy Waldegrave. Welcome to Friday. Looking forward to a massive weekend of sport. It's always a massive weekend of sport, isn't it?
Oh, we love sport around here.
We do. What's big for you? I suppose it starts off tonight with
The Wellington Phoenix in the A-League playoffs.
I don't want to be like miserable or like the guy raining on the parade, but let's face it, the Phoenix haven't won a game in the playoffs in 11 years, and they're taking on an Adelaide team, which they've beaten once this year. They've drawn once this year, but last time they played, what happened, Bonnie?
5-1 loss.
Right, there you go. So maybe they turn the tables.
Yeah, that was just in March, but I mean, it's finals footy. Anything can happen.
It can, and Ufuk is very keen because, of course, he's leaving at the end of the season to bring one game back to Wellington. So that's a 10:15 tonight. All eyes on that for the Phoenix. We've got a bit of fun in Super Rugby coming up tonight as well, if you can.
We do. It'll be a good one.
Well, I hope so. It's under the roof, right?
Under the roof. Chiefs will look to continue their winning streak.
And the Highlanders will attempt to not just be speed bumps, because that's what's been happening to them recently. And the Chiefs, after they, let's face it, in the last 15 minutes tore apart the Crusaders, they're looking like out-and-out favourites. But under a roof, super cool. So that's happening tonight as well.
Yeah, it'll be a party on and off the field, won't it?
Indeed, always is. Other Super Rugby going on over the weekend. We've got the Auckland Derby.
The Auckland Derby. Yeah, no, that'll be good. Moana Pacifica taking on the Blues.
Hold on. What makes you think it's going to be good? Moana Pacifica have been a train wreck this year. I mean, with all due respect to Moana, they haven't filled us with glory and love, whereas the Auckland team looking a little better. So where's the joy in that?
It'll be good to maybe get some fans out to watch.
Possibly.
Bigger crowd, maybe.
Maybe if they had a roof at Eden Park.
Oh, maybe.
There's a chance.
Maybe if it was on the waterfront.
Billions of dollars later. And saying that, the Penrith Panthers, who we're playing in the Magic round,
yes,
in NRL coming up tomorrow, they got beaten last week by who? The Tigers. And the Tigers can't win for love nor money, and suddenly, out of nowhere, they beat the Penrith Panthers. So there is hope for the
we might be back.
Yeah, and there's hope for the Highlanders, and there is hope for Moana Pacifica. And a really interesting fact around what happens when this Penrith Panthers team lose to the Tigers. Okay, so in 3 years, it was 2021, 2019 and 2016. Instead of a massive comeback the week after they've been beaten by the Tigers, they've lost again. Sure, in some occasions they haven't, but I'm grasping at straws. I'm saying, we've got this. It's the Wahas year. We're going to do this. We are.
Can we do it away from home?
Yeah, sure. It's a home game, right? Technically, it's a home game. It just happens to be over in Brisbane. And if the powers that be at the NRL were actually kind and nice to us, they might give us a Magic round here in New Zealand, the Tamaki Makaurau at some days as well. It's not only that though, we've got race cars. You're all over that, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm all over it, but not as much as you're all over it, D'Arcy.
I won't be all over the Formula E. I just can't deal with the sound. It's like watching Scarletrix. It freaks me out. Some of the racing is good, granted, but it's Formula One. Really good time, 7:30 on Monday morning. And it's not about the Max Verstappen tribute because he's been beaten by his teammate, Sergio Perez, Checo. So this could be good. It's Miami, 7:30 on Monday morning. So that's a key one there.
And tell me what Zoe's up to, Zoe Hobbs.
Zoe Hobbs is doing something extraordinary. When was the last time you knew of a New Zealand sprinter that was actually competing in a Diamond League event? Doesn't happen. And
Right.
Zoe Hobbs this year has been just stunning. So she's competing early on Saturday morning, I believe it is. And there's some pretty cool netball coming up as well, Bonnie. Some must-win matches, some very tight matches too.
Yeah, no, only 3 rounds left, I believe, and the Tactics, are they toast?
Possibly. They fell apart last week because they had no Jane Watson.
No.
Jane wasn't involved, and they've lost Greer Simpson earlier on the piece as well, so defensively problematic. They've got to play the Stars, who are basically in competition with them to take that top 3 position, which we need to get through to finals netball. So that's going to be a very tight game at home for the Tactics, who oddly don't have a great advantage playing at home. They had those years where they weren't so good. So someone to look forward to there if you're a Tactics fan after 2 consecutive losses last weekend. So sad.
Well, you've got the King's coronation and, of course, all that sport to tune into this weekend. I'm Bonnie Jensen.
I'm D'Arcy Waldegrave, and I'd choose sport over the old dude getting a new hat any day of the week.